I'm really excited because I got so into it. I have a lot of stuff. Please indulge me. I went on a deep dive because I was fascinated by this movie. Little background, first of all. This was based on a book by a woman named Ursula Perreau, which is not her, that was her nom de plume. Her real name is Catherine Cowell. She was from Massachusetts. She went to Radcliffe, and she was a prolific writer, extremely popular. She was compared to the female F. Scott Fitzgerald. And since you're all TCM fans, her most popular book was called The Ex-Wife, which was turned into a movie with Norma Shearer called The Divorcee. Yes. Right, so you've seen that one. And this is something interesting because it works with this movie. That term ex-wife had never been used before because it was the 1920s. And she kind of coined it because she was an ex-wife. And she was known for her melodramas. And I just want to, tell you this quote of hers. She said, "Melodramatic is just a word men use to describe any agony that might otherwise make them feel uncomfortable." Which sort of fits Douglas Sirk's films because he's known for the melodramas, which he says is a melodrama is just a drama with music. So what you need to know is that there was an earlier version of this film, There's Always Tomorrow, 1934. And it starred Frank Morgan and Vinnie Barnes. And it was written by, I'm going to get this right, William Hurlbut, who also wrote Imitation of Life. And so the earlier version. So I have a feeling that Ross Hunter, who is Douglas Sirk's, longtime producer, they did 10 movies together. I think they were going through, the Universal archives and said, oh, there's a movie we could do. So they got, they decided we'll do There's Always Tomorrow. But I really urge you to see the earlier version of this film, 1934. You can get it on Amazon Prime. Maybe TCM will show it. Because it's fascinating, because it is the exact same story but told from a very different point of view. Because it was 1934, it was right on the edge of the code. They actually have an affair in that movie. And it's pretty clear that they are, and the ending point of view is very different because the mores were very different, the social mores were different then. So I urge you to see that after you've seen this movie, and I think it's absolutely fascinating. And little known fact, or interesting fact, is that it was Robert Taylor's first big role, which, as you know, was Barbara Stanwyck's husband. So he was a beautiful young man in the role, and he plays the eldest son in the earlier version. So this version is quite different, which you will see, and we are going to, it's starring Barbara Stanwyck and Fred MacMurray, and I just want to mention that Fred MacMurray's daughter is here today, Paige MacMurray. It was their fourth movie together. It was Hunter and Sirk's fifth movie together, and Russell Meddy is the DP who also did 10 movies with Douglas Sirk. And a little background about that is they wanted to shoot this movie in color. They had just done All That Heaven Allows, and right after this they did Written on the Wind in color. And Universal said, no, we're not going to spend the money. So they were forced to do it in black and white, which I think really actually makes the film, because this version was written by, I want to get his name right, was written by Bernard Schoenfeld, who all of you noir alley fans will remember him because he wrote Phantom Lady, he wrote Cage, he wrote Macau, and the movie really does have a noir take on marriage. And I think the black and white works with that, and also Sirk's mise-en-scène and his staging, which we're going to talk to about the star of the movie. Please welcome Gigi Perreau is here.
Woo! Woo!
Gigi.
Hello. Well, hardly the star. I was a little girl. I was 14. I was 14 years old.
I was going to ask you, 14.
Yeah.
My God. All right, first I have to ask, and don't laugh, but did you have any idea when you were working with Douglas Sirk that this movie was actually a condemnation of middle-class America and the nuclear family?
Not at 14. It was very naive times then. Remember that we're talking 70 years ago.
It was made the year I was born, 70 years ago.
Amazing, amazing. And I have a feeling that I may be the only one alive that
I think you
had,
are.
anything to do with that film.
Yeah, that's why we're honored to have you.
Because I was so, well, I am so, number one, I'm so thrilled to be here. I was mentioning that this is the first time I've ever done one of these festivals.
Can you believe that?
And all the films I've done. So in my golden years and in my late stage of my life, I am so honored to be here, and especially to have this beautiful lady welcome me
Thank
and
you.
introduce me. I'm such a fan of hers.
All
So.
right, I have questions for you. So, what kind of direction did Sir give you? Because I know that he likes to move the actors around a lot, and there's a lot of the way Mehdi shot it. You'll see there's like very deep focus and actors behind actors, almost like a soap opera. It's
Yes, yes.
What was that like?
Well, it was fascinating to do that because I had done a couple of films that I didn't do my background check like you did, but I had worked with Douglas Sirk before, and
What was
in
that?
several. I'm trying to remember what film. Someone is going to have.
Should have known
Google.
that.
I know I should have known. I should have known. But Douglas Sirk was wonderful, and being a child actor and then kind of going into my teen years, it was wonderful to be with a director who was very trusting. If he knew you knew what you were doing, and you were professional and you did what you had to do, he really kind of let you create, and then if he wanted to change something, he would say it, or otherwise he'd go, no, this is good, this is what I want. So he was very guiding and loving and wonderful to work with.
Interesting, because he likes to have a point and a counterpoint with the characters, and I feel like in this movie especially, everybody's serving a purpose, that character.
I'm sure, but I just don't think I was aware
Not
of
as an
that.
actor,
I
no.
really don't think I was
Were you
aware
aware of all
that.
the bars in the house that you were looking behind?
Not
You'll
really. See,
this.
those were all wonderful things that after I did see the movie once before, and I'm going to see it again today because I want to stay with all of you watching, in case you have any questions or anything. But you weren't really aware. I mean, whenever you're not on a set, if you're under 18, you are in school.
You're whisked off.
So
yes.
I was never really part of sitting back and watching him do other scenes and
Yeah.
direct other scenes. So I was really only involved in what I was involved, the scenes that I was involved with.
Yeah.
So it does,
It's
it does
interesting.
make a difference.
You'll see, he's very particular about his sets, and you'll see the house is almost like, it is like a doll's house. I mean, I think Richard Brody called this the male doll's house, because
interesting.
it's like, almost like it's a miniature set, and we're looking into the set through windows and from above, and it's almost like these are little people in the set, and they're trapped in it. It's very interesting.
And of course, working with Fred McMurray, whom I had done other films with, and he was just the best dad. He was
Aww.
just the best dad. It was so great. I mean, it was really a time, 70 years ago, in those days, in the 40s and 50s, it was really like a family when you did a film. I mean, I was very close to them. The only person that I wasn't close to, believe it or not, because I wasn't that involved until there's one particular scene that I'm involved with her, was Barbara Stanwyck.
Well, I want to ask you about it because you have that incredible scene where you and your brother go and talk to her.
And that was really quite an interesting time, because Barbara Stanwyck had complete control of everything in the film. She had even the final cut. She had to okay the final
And she
cut.
had worked with Sirk before in a movie.
She had worked with Douglas Sirk, and she was, just from the moment I met her, she was a star. I mean, you just knew that she was in complete control of everything that was going on. And then at lunchtime, she'd Missy, the crew all called her Missy, and she'd go and play poker and chess and smoke and do, and of course I was 14, so I wasn't going to join them and play poker and smoke. My mother would have been horrified. But so I didn't really interact with her as much.
Which is right for the character.
It
Because
worked,
you put on
yes,
that.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I did recently go see her home in the Valley, and they screened the film
Oh my God.
and did a Q&A afterwards, and that was kind of fun. But no one was as knowledgeable about all this as you are.
Oh, well, no. I think we gotta go because you need to see the movie. But I think you're really gonna love this. It's a fascinating movie. And when it first came out, people kind of like, oh yeah, movie. And it's grown over the years, and it's just become a real important movie. I think about marriage, family, and aging. It's really about.
Well, with your insight, I'm going to look at it with all new fresh eyes.
Enjoy. Thank you.